Hi, welcome to Rick Snider's Washington, where you get the whole story. So please like, share, subscribe, and comment. Washington Commanders begin the OTAs on Wednesday. I get to see 75 minutes of it. And I'm going to be interested for a few things. And I know people are saying, well, what can you really tell they're not hitting each other? Been around football 50 years now. I can see a few things. I'm mostly looking for the mental game and just some basic characteristics of play and see who knows the books, those kind of things. Number one guy I'm looking at, of course, is JD. Back for a second year. I'm sure he's been working hard. That's his mentality. But I want to see what he looks like just out there. Hopefully I don't see anything bad, and I don't expect to. All right. Then I'm going to Larry Tunel. All right. They brought this guy in. I want to see the physicality. And I know offensive and defensive lines, they don't really get to hit each other because they're not allowed to have pads. It's not to say it's not a little physical out there. There's some pushing and shoving. So I just want to see, what's this guy look? How does he move? On these kind of things. Then we're looking at the first rounder, Josh Connelly. I want to see what he does. The same thing, really, just the opposite end of what a veteran like Tunsel's doing. What's the Rook doing on the other side? And as long as I'm looking at rookies, I'm not supposed to see what Trey Amos is doing. Is he lost in space? Does he understand the playbook? We haven't had a lot of good luck with corners out there and such. So I want to see what he can pull off. And Zach Ertz, I was on the Junkies the other morning, and they said, maybe it's time for Zach Ertz to go. And I said, let me tell you something. Zach Ertz will slit your throat with a butter knife if it comes down to it to win. You're not letting this guy go. I want to see if he still has that fire. I would imagine he does. That's who he is. And then finally, Deebo Samuel. Haven't really got to see him any yet. So he's come to the team in the offseason. I know he's a great player. Let's see what he's got left out there. I'm Rick Snider. Thanks for coming. I'll see you soon.